Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet and part of the NBC Sports Group.
It was a couple of midnight specials this week that has the East Bay starting to believe in the green and gold. Monday, it took 15 innings to take care of the Rays with a sac fly by Jamal Weeks, capping off an historic July. Last night, another sacrifice fly into 15th from Coco Crisp as the Athletics sent the faithful home happy for their 13th walk-off of the season. No matter what happens, it's been an unbelievable run as this team will scratch, claw, and fight for wins. It's another installment of A's Baseball next. Well, after 15 innings last night, nearly 5 hours of baseball, the fans are back. So are the A's and the Blue Jays as we get set for Game 3 of this 4-game series. Johnny Gomes with a home run last night, and the pitching matchup today, the left-hander Ricky Romero for the Jays, and it will be A.J. Griffin for the Athletics. So we're just about set to go from the Coliseum right here on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's Baseball. Along with Scott Hatterberg, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, last Wednesday, the A's beat the Blue Jays 16-0 in Toronto, and it was the same two guys squaring off. And A.J. Griffin, well, he got all the runs to work with, and he ended up throwing 6 shutout innings.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to want some of that run support again tonight. He's a lot like Straley, who we saw last night. He's a 4-pitch guy, and he's going to rely heavily on command. He showed it that night in Toronto. He's a guy that's going to really command the zone. All 4 pitches, he's going to mix the sequences. He's going to get ahead. He likes to work fast. He's an efficient pitcher, and he's shown that in his last 7 starts.
So Griffin was very good. Ricky Romero was not in that start. In fact, he did not get out of the second inning. This is a good pitcher, but he's really struggling right now.
Yeah, Ricky, he's got really good stuff. I mean, it's not a case of his stuff. It's a case of him just not commanding, and he's really had troubles early. He's up in the zone. He's not able to throw that curveball for a strike, and if you're not able to do that, you are going to fall behind, and it's a tough recipe for success at the major league level.
And there's some injuries with both these teams, so the lineups have a different look today, and we will take a look at those lineups when we come back. And certainly both these managers, well, they need their starters to go deep in the game. Both bullpens, a lot of innings last night. So we'll have lineups and first pitch when we come back to the Coliseum. A's trying to make it 3 in a row over the Blue Jays. We'll be back.
Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Well, Jamal Weeks scored the winning run in the 15th inning last night. Back to work today as he signed some autographs. Some of the youngsters on the field as the A's wearing the gold tops today. Let's check the game time weather on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. It's brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Get to the beach. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily. 62 degrees, and we're just starting to see some sunshine as it's been a cloudy, cool morning, but it is starting to warm up. That is a new player and one of the top prospects for the Toronto Blue Jays, Adeiny Hechavarria, and he's going to play third base today. So that's a major league debut. He's excited.
He's an exciting player. He's got one of those gloves that some people call wizard-like.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some of that.
So he's in there today. Let's look at the Blue Jays lineup. And there it is. And that's pretty good writing right there. Escobar, Johnson, Encarnacion, Cooper will DH, Davis hits fifth, Gomes will catch, Sierra in right, goes in center, and then Hechavarria, Adeiny Hechavarria, will play third base.
On the bump today for the A's, you got A.J. Griffin, 3-0 with a 2.51 ERA, one of the 4 rookie starters the A's have thrown out there this year, and they sure ain't acting like rookies.
No, they are not. So A.J. Griffin looking for his 4th win of the year. He's pitched well in all of his starts so far. The defense behind Griffin, it has Gomes in left, Reddick in center, Michael Taylor in right, Inge, Rosales, Weeks, and Carter with Kataris doing the catching. So Michael Taylor in right, and Reddick in center. Mentioned some of the injuries. Of course, Seth Smith on the disabled list. That was yesterday. Yoenis Cespedes not in the A's lineup today. He's got a wrist sprain. Coco Crisp not in lineup, but Bob Melvin said that is just a scheduled day off for Coco Crisp, especially after playing 15 innings last night.
15 innings, the hero?
Yeah.
Give him a break. Got wet, got creamed.
A little bit of everything.
Spider-Man attacked him.
Yeah.
He looks dry now, though. A little product in the hair.
There's Cespedes. He could pinch hit if needed today, but those are the 2 gentlemen out of the lineup. And for the Jays, Colby Rasmus not in the lineup. Brett Laurie not in the lineup. So that's a couple of big bats not playing for the Jays. And remember, they're also without Bautista and Aaron Sebia, who are both on the disabled list. So it's kind of a depleted Jays lineup right now. You take those 4 guys out, that's 4 very good offensive players.
That is a gaping hole in the boat. And there they are in the stands.
Yeah, they're going to enjoy the game for a couple innings at least. So 2-2 the count to Escobar, moving up to the leadoff spot today. He'll be followed by Johnson and Encarnacion. So a full count to Escobar. And he hits a pop-up behind first. Taylor coming in, still coming in, and it drops just foul. So the Blue Jays made a handful of roster moves before today's game. Jesse Chavez, a right-handed reliever, called up, and Hechavarria, who's in the lineup, brought up from AAA. Brett Cecil, last night's starting pitcher, back down to Las Vegas, and Drew Carpenter, a reliever who did not pitch in the game last night, designated for assignment. So the Blue Jays made a few moves.
Not only a long night, but a busy one.
Another pop-up. See if Taylor can get this one. He's digging hard, and he will not. One hop into the seats.
Got a little better jump on that ball. That first one seemed like he didn't quite see it off the bat. He got a little deeper foul territory on that one.
So last night, 4 hours and 47 minutes was the length of the game.
One thing you're going to see from Griffin is he gets the ball and he gets on the rubber. He is wanting to go.
And that one looks like it's a little bit of a knuckleball as it drops into center field for a hit. So Escobar leads off the ball game with a pretty good at bat and then a base hit. See if this ball knuckles like I think it did.
Well, he hit it off the end and he squared it. But sometimes when you catch it square, it stops that rotation, and it did. It knuckled and bounced and dived and side to side, but hit soft enough to not be playable.
So Kelly Johnson steps in. Johnson drives one towards center. Reddick to his left. He's got it. So that's out number one. And that'll bring up Edwin Encarnacion.
Well, this is pretty much the lone long ball threat the Jays are going to run to the plate today. And they've done a pretty good job this series of keeping him at least quiet.
Well, and you see the note on the bottom, 2 hits in his last 19 at bats. So if you're going to play the Blue Jays and they have all these injuries, and then Encarnacion struggling some, that would be a good time to take on the Jays.
And you can see Griffin right there. He knows that he's a guy that can hurt you.
That one hit way high and way foul, but into the second deck.
He left that fastball over the plate. He starts him with a breaking ball. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a steady diet of stuff, nibbling edges, something with a wrinkle. Nothing he can really turn around.
4th in the league in home runs, tied with Trumbo, 28, one behind Hamilton and Granderson.
You're going to see some of that too. Jays hitters are probably going to step out. Griffin likes to work really fast.
1-1 pitch. Misses, and it's 2-1. David Cooper in the on-deck circle.
That's that big, slow curveball he's got. He comes out of his hand, and hitters give up on it because it looks so high, but with that size, it's got pretty good bite. Ends up dropping a lot more than they'd expect.
3-1 now to Encarnacion. Last night, Encarnacion was 0 for 4 with 3 walks and a strikeout. He was 2 for 4 on Thursday night. Runner goes, and this one's lofted toward left field. Gomes goes back, now comes in, and Johnny Gomes has it, and that's out number 2. Umpires Jerry Davis call balls and strikes. He's also Manny Gonzalez. After a long night, he'll head down to 3rd, hoping to catch a little break. But Manny Gonzalez, give the umpires credit, call balls and strikes for 15 innings. That is not easy to do.
Yeah, they're squatting for both sides. Forget about that, taxing that home plate jockey.
Well, you think about holding your concentration for doing anything for 5 hours, let alone 400 pitches. You got to call balls and strikes for probably more than that. 1-1 to David Cooper, who's the designated hitter today. Cooper played first base first 2 games in this series. 3 for 7.
Good change there, but not biting. Not exactly who they want in the cleanup spot right now, but with everybody out, he's pulling the duty.
Popped up on the infield. Rajai Davis is under it. Side retired. So leadoff hit by Escobar. Nothing else for the Blue Jays. Bottom of the 1st coming up. Ricky Romero to take on the Athletics. Jays come to bat against Ricky Romero. Here's the lineup. Weeks, Taylor, Reddick, Carter, Gomes, Inge, Norris, Kataris, and Rosales.
We got Ricky Romero, left-handed pitcher, on the mound today for the Jays. Really struggling as of late. He's got 70 walks in 129 innings pitched. He's having huge difficulties early in the game throwing strikes. So if there's a time to face him, now is the time.
Romero's first pitch to Weeks is a low strike called by Jerry Davis. Like I said, Rajay Davis caught that last pop-up. It was Jemile Weeks.
That's right.
Rajay Davis was in the on-deck circle. I have no excuse.
This is the hero. Can't forget the hero.
Zdeno Hechavarria in his major league debut. Usually a shortstop, playing third base today.
And as they say, he's a real deal shortstop.
Well, that's what we're hearing. He's about as smooth as you will see defensively. Maybe some questions about his bat, but he's supposed to be about as good defensively as you will see.
Rough stages with the bat, they're saying right now, but a little raw, but there's some potential there to hit for some average. He's got a plus arm, pretty much plus across the board defensively. And a guy like that, you can not only put him at third, but probably anywhere.
2-2 now to Weeks, hitting .221 with a couple of home runs.
Got a couple hits last night from the right side.
Full count. So it was 0-2. Now it's 3-2. Michael Taylor waiting in the on-deck circle.
Not your typical number 2 hitter, but today that's where he's going to be.
That one's hit high to right center. Going back, still going back near the warning track. He's got it. So that's out number 1. Here's our Ford right choice. Last night, bottom of the 15th, it was Jemile Weeks who led off with a triple down the right field line. So runner at third and nobody out. So Coco Crisp then gets it done with a sacrifice fly, and the A's, with their major league leading 13th walk-off win, and they do it in 15 innings. So, as always, lots of fun in the celebration. Just when you think the A's cannot come up with something new from a celebration standpoint, they do. As Spider-Man actually came out.
And not only did he come out,
just get Taylor. So Spider-Man did the whipped cream.
Not only did he come out, but he came out quick.
Well, that's
those superheroes.
About as quick as you can get. There's Spider-Man. Well, Spider-Man's an A's fan.
It was a blur right there.
I mean, come on. I mean, who do you think? Of course, we know exactly who it is. It has to be Reddick.
It's a lot of energy for 15 innings.
Now, Reddick said he was able to get his baseball uniform off and his Spider-Man uniform on in just a shade over 2 minutes. That's pretty quick. He also said he thinks the Spider-Man thing is a one-time deal, so maybe we won't see it.
Well,
Reddick flies out. I don't know. I could see it coming out again somewhere.
Spider, Reddick, and Wright.
On Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek's Tropical Riches. Win cash and prizes daily through September 3rd. Visit cachecreek.com for details. No score, top of the second inning, as Rajay Davis will lead things off. All right. Now, was he here last night? I'm guessing probably no. He's pretty happy to be here today.
Fistful of food, the hat on backwards. Ball game
with Dad.
It's a good day.
Rajay Davis, Yan Gomes, Moises Sierra. 3 hitters for the Jays here in the second inning. So Rajay Davis hitting in the 5th spot. Nothing against Rajay, but that should kind of tell you how depleted this Blue Jays lineup is right now.
Some huge holes.
Yeah. Colby Rasmus is out. He left the game in the 12th inning last night. It was some right groin tightness.
Yeah, it was kind of odd how he came out of the game. It wasn't after an at bat. Must have been lingering, something he did, because he just jogged out the center and then came back.
Carter picks it up, steps in the bag. Well, Rasmus left in the 12th inning. Brett Laurie left in the 1st inning with rib cage tightness.
And he came out after watching a 3rd strike. So that's a little odd in itself.
Here's Yan Gomes, who is catching today. Gomes got in the game last night, ended up playing first base and left field, and he was 0 for 3. All night games tonight, or games starting a little bit later this afternoon, except one. The Mariners beat the Yankees 1-0 at Yankee Stadium. Felix Hernandez, complete game, 2-hit shutout, his 3rd shutout of the season. So 6 strikeouts, 101 pitches. So King Felix was dealing today as he shuts down the Yankees 1-0. So he gets his 10th win of the year. Mike Karp had an RBI single in the 2nd inning, and that was the only run in the game.
Well, this is what Griffin does. He gets ahead and he's picking. He absolutely dotted that outside corner in those first 3 pitches.
2-2 the count to Griffin. Hit towards center where Reddick backing over. He's got it. That's out number 2. So the Mariners with that win, they have won 8 out of 9. The Yankees with the loss have lost 10 out of 15.
Batting in the 7th position.
The Yankees still have a 6-game lead over the Rays in the AL East. Here's Moises Sierra.
Good change right there. First pitch, outside corner. That's almost unfair.
Sierra got in the game last night. He was a pinch runner in the top of the 9th inning.
Something might be wrong here. His velocity's really dropped. Some of those look like changes and some look like fastballs, but it's about 83 miles an hour. Guitars has gone out, and I think he notices. He's called some fastballs that have come out at about 83, and that's just not typical for him. He's more of a 90 guy.
Out.
Yeah,
oh boy, that's not what you want to see after a 15-inning game the night before. So you spotted it, Scott. It wasn't a changeup at 83.
It was good arm action if it was.
So remember Travis Blackley, who is your long guy, obviously. Well, Travis Blackley threw 47 pitches last night. So we'll see what Bob Melvin does, as
the lonely
it looks
beard
like,
might
yeah,
be
it looks like Jordan Alberto is going to stretch out, and Alberto is the only guy who did not pitch last night. So we'll wait for an update on A.J. Griffin. Alberto's coming in. He'll have plenty of time to get ready. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and Spog experts.
Number 77, Jordan Norberto.
Copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Enjoy a unique on-field screening of Moneyball presented by Advantel Networks. Saturday, August 18th, after the A's play the Indians, fans with special pre-purchased movie tickets will be invited to watch Moneyball. Field-level tickets that include the movie are available for $40. If you already have tickets to the game, movie tickets are available for $12. A portion of the proceeds will benefit cystic fibrosis research, support, and resources. For info, go to oaklandathletics.com/Moneyball.
So these are the last two pitches thrown by A.J. Griffin, and can't really say that we notice anything, except, as Scott said, the velocity on his fastball was way down.
Well, the first one, the arm action was so good, I thought it was just a great changeup because it come out at about 82 miles an hour, and then he backs it up with the same pitch at about 82 miles an hour. But Kataris, I saw him start going out there, and that is a little hard for his changeup, and his fastball is usually around 90, 92. So it fell in between there, and that usually a sign of something wrong in the arm.
So Jordan Alberto comes out of the bullpen here in the second inning, and he had all the time he needed to warm up. 3-1 with a 2.93 ERA for Norberto as he faces Moises Sierra. Now last night, Balfour threw 20 pitches, Cook 26, Blevins 11, Neshek 16, Doolittle 18, and that man Blackley 47. One bounce toward Rosales. He's got it, guns it to first, not in time. Sierra took that big jump to the bag, and he just beat it.
Close play right there. High chopper up the middle. Rosie comes. Maybe if could taken a little more of an angle there right at second base, let it get a little deep. Not so sure if he thought Weeks was coming up there, but he could have probably cut that angle just a hair.
See if he got him.
Get down there pretty good.
Bang, bang. Expo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. That one's hit toward left center field. Reddick on the move, still on the move, and it's off the very top of the wall. Sierra digging around third. They're waving him home. Here comes Rosales' throw. It's there, and Norris hangs on, or Kataris hangs on, and Sierra is out. So George Kataris braced himself for a collision. He holds on, and the A's execute again. From Adam Rosales. Well, he comes right to Reddick nicely. There's a good relay, and there's a good relay. Look at that.
Great play off the wall by Reddick. Hit that wall, angled a little left. He got it right on the hop. Gets rid of it real quick to Rosie, who got rid of it real quick, and they got him by 5 steps.
Watch Kataris. This ball was just in the dirt a little bit.
But what he did good is peripherally, you can see where the runner is. He knew he had a lot of time. He moved his body over. In case he doesn't get it, he's able to keep it in front of him because he knew he had a little bit of time. If he bobbles it, he can pick it up. But instead of just trying to glove it and scoop it, saw that he had time, slid over, got his body in front of it, made a nice play, soft hands, and then put his big brick of a body in front of the plate. No chance.
Well, the guy that ran into him, Moises Sierra, is a right fielder, and he's a pretty big guy.
Good release there. Good release by Rosie. Gives him a lot of time. Slides over. Really, when it throws there that early, it's kind of over. I mean, it was a half-hearted attempt at running him over. At that point, the catcher's got a good chance of spinning off, making the tag, not really necessarily bang, bang, blocking the plate. He can tag and get out.
2-2 to Chris Carter. But still defensively, you have to play it off the wall. You have to make a good throw to the cutoff man, and then he has to make a good throw. So
it's a three-part play.
Yeah, it is. And the A's did it not perfect.
Well, today defensively is probably going to play pretty good importance, because that I could almost feel the collective sigh in the bullpen when they saw Griffin come out. I'm sure last night, all that good work they put in, they were hoping to relax for 6 or so innings.
Carter hits it hard but foul.
Not going to be the case today.
Well, the A's bullpen last night threw 138 pitches. The Blue Jays bullpen threw 129 pitches. 9 innings for the A's, 9 1/3 for the Jays. And there's a walk. So Chris Carter is aboard, leading things off here. 2nd inning.
Well, that's what Romero's trying to avoid, is those balls up in the zone like that. If he's falling behind and he's up in the zone, he's going to get hit around a little bit. So that's been his Achilles heel. In his last 7 starts, he's got a 9.44 ERA with a 3.59 opponent batting average. And a lot of that could be attributed to just falling behind and living up in the zone.
Yep. First pitch to Gomes was also for Romero. That was his 71st walk allowed. That's the 2nd most in the American League.
A lot of free passes.
Just missed outside. 1-1 to Gomes. Last year, Ricky Romero walked 80 in the full season, and he was terrific last year. Won 15 games, had a 2.92 ERA. Line drive to Escobar, guns it to first, but not in time.
Talking to some guys, he's had a tough time finding that release point early in his starts, and he's progressively gotten better the more he's been able to get through that lineup once. 2nd time steadily that opponent batting average has dropped, but it's a release point thing. It's getting in sync, finding that release point, and once he does, he seems to settle in, and then having good stuff, it seems to take over, but it's just getting to that point.
Well, that was the case in that start in Toronto against the A's, where the 2nd inning he just completely fell apart. But last year, Romero was without doubt one of the best starting pitchers in the American League.
No doubting the guy's stuff. Got a good arm.
Inge bounces one toward Romero, who guns it to 2nd, and they get him. Kelly Johnson on the backhand. So Carter is retired. Fielder's choice for Inge.
Good pitch right here, got him out front. Bounces off the mound like a cat. A little bit of a sinker. But Kelly Johnson does a nice job of playing first baseman and making a stretch for that ball. And kind of a baby scoop.
So 2 outs for Norris. Norris is the designated hitter today. Swings at the first pitch, pops it foul right side. 193 the average for Norris. 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. 1 for 6 last night with a couple of strikeouts, so he got a pretty good workout. To the backstop. So Inge will get into scoring position.
Well, I'm sure they're telling Norris, don't worry about the hitting. You concentrate on catching that staff. You're going to get your at-bats. And today he doesn't have to think about the catching part. He can go in and get a few more reps at the plate. They're telling him they've got confidence in him all around.
There's today's catcher, George Kataris, who's in the on-deck circle.
And those are the two with the heavy job of filling the shoes of Kurt Suzuki.
This one hit toward right field. Sierra on the move, and he's not going to get it. Inge is going to come in to score, and the A's have a 1-0 lead. So Norris just went the other way. The wild pitch helps the A's out.
Yep, the wild pitch got him in scoring position, and Norris right here doesn't try to do too much with it. He's a very strong guy, handsy kind of swing. Flares the ball out there, and really it wasn't hit that well, but you could see it from up here. That ball really tailed. Got a lot of slice to it. Carries better during the day. And just drifted past. Gets a stand-up double, 2 out, RBI.
Here's Kataris, who takes the strike. RBI number 12 for Norris. And a quick 0-2.
Ricky Romero is one of those rare lefty, like Noberto, that left-handers hit him better than right-handers. It seemed like every left-hander I ever faced, that was not the case.
Close pitch, call the ball, 1-2.
Probably a good indicator of how good his changeup is, and something that he uses versus right-handers.
That one knocked down by Encarnacion, throws to Romero, and a nice play by Encarnacion, and saved a run. The A's do get a run thanks to Norris's 2-out RBI double. 1-0 Athletics. California is brought to you by Provident Credit Union. Provident Credit Union's super reward checking is better than free. They pay you. A's with a 1-0 lead over the Toronto Blue Jays. And here's the first major league at-bat for Danny Hechavarria. 23 years old. He's from Cuba. As we said earlier, he has been one of the Blue Jays' top prospects, really, since he signed with Toronto just a couple of years ago.
Scouts are saying that he's got a chance to hit for some average. He's got occasional power to left field, more of a mistake guy over the plate, but slightly undisciplined at this time. Falls into the raw category a little bit, but he's got quick hands. And he can handle, he finds the barrel pretty good on his pitch, so there'll be some adjustment, but right now his gloves ahead of his bat.
He was hitting .312 with 6 homers, 63 RBIs in AAA.
Got some speed.
Just his 3rd year of professional baseball. 2-2 pitches inside. So 3-2 with Escobar to follow, and then Kelly Johnson. Just got a piece of that one. If you're just joining us, A.J. Griffin, the A's starter, last inning after getting the first 2 outs, threw a couple pitches and then came out of the game. We have not heard a report just yet on why he came out. So Norberto came in out of the bullpen last inning. Norberto faced 2 hitters in the 2nd inning, gave up a single and a double. But the Jays did not score. A's threw a man out at home plate. The 3-2 off speed, swing and a miss. Good pitch by Norberto. Echeverria's first at bat in the big leagues is a strikeout. Here's our true story, brought to you by McDonald's. August 10th of last year, that was Jordan Norberto hitting Yunel Escobar. Bench is cleared. Remember, earlier in the game, Brett Laurie had hit a grand slam, and the A's thought maybe he celebrated a little bit too much. So that was last year. Do they remember it? Probably.
Well, if you're going to get even with someone celebrating too much, you hit the guy celebrating.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good call. Doesn't make much sense to hit somebody else, or try to. But you know, my theory, Scott, is when it's your team that's celebrating, now it's kind of cool. He's showing good enthusiasm. Yeah, that's awesome. And when the other team does it, that's not right. Show some class.
Unsportsmanlike.
It's very funny because that's just the way it is.
That's the way it is. There's a gray area in there.
Yeah.
It's,
1-2 to Escobar, who singled leading off the game. Pitch is low, 2-2.
Escobar's having a pretty good series. Got to hit his last time up. His 5th of the series.
Hits that one hard. Rosales ranging to his left has it, straightens up and throws him out. So here's that grand slam by Brett Laurie. So the A's saw this. And now he got in the dugout. He's a little fired up. So this is what I'm saying, Scott. So the A's said, hey, he's showing us up. The Jays said he's just playing with passion.
Well, that was a pretty benign. But you know what? You got a high energy guy like him who kind of plays with his hair on fire. And he's a new guy. We like to see our rookies a little bit more subdued.
0-2 to Kelly Johnson.
But if they're on your team,
it's great. Love the enthusiasm.
1-2 to Johnson, who had a fly ball to center field in the first inning. It's kind of like the trade deadline. The teams that made a trade to acquire a player, hey, shows the front office is thinking about us.
They're into it.
They're into it, adding some. Yeah.
The ones that don't, oh, they don't care.
You know what? Yeah, we like who we got. Swing and a miss, and a couple of strikeouts for Norberto as we are headed to the bottom of the third. 1-0 A's.
Live after the A's versus Blue Jays game today at the Holiday Inn, Oakland Airport. A's starter Tommy Malone will be interviewed. Come be part of the show and you can win A's prizes and enjoy great food and beverage specials at the Holiday Inn, Oakland Airport Diamond Sports Bar and Grill at 77 Hegenberger in Oakland.
Tommy Malone will be pitching tomorrow against Aaron Laffey. So a couple of left-handers in the series finale. Rosales, Weeks, and Taylor here in the bottom of the third. Derek Norris with an RBI double in the second inning for the A's run.
Well, Rosie's struggling some at the plate. He's over his last 17, but a good sign is I came into the corridor by the clubhouse today and he was playing hockey with Brandon Inge.
That's a great sign. That means he's going to probably get a base hit in his first at bat, and he does.
That was a nice wrister to right.
There's the other one.
Look at hockey. Ball inside, stays inside. He's got that really flat path. Sometimes when you aim at a puck small enough, you know, you aim small, you miss small. Breaks that 0 for 17.
Top of the order in Jamal Weeks.
I'd like to see Rosie on skates. It's a visual.
It'd be fun to watch. Weeks hit a fly ball to center field his first at bat. There's a strike. The report on A.J. Griffin, tightness in his right shoulder. The tightness in his right shoulder that forced Griffin to leave with 2 outs in the second inning.
Hopefully it's not too serious. He wasn't grabbing it. He didn't show it. It just steady decline in that velocity. He was babying, I guess, his effort.
0-2 pitch. Weeks swings and misses, so he's the first strikeout victim for Romero.
Well, those are two pretty good pitches, and this is exactly what the A's are trying to avoid. That's a hard breaking slider right there. If he settles in, he's got stuff to really shut you down. And he's showing signs of settling down right now. Getting locked in with that release point.
First pitch to Michael Taylor is a bit inside. A's in that top wild card spot in the American League. They have a 1.5 lead now over the Angels, who have the second wild card spot. But it's tight. After the A's and the Angels, the Tigers are a half game behind the Angels. The Rays are a half game behind. The Orioles are a 1.5 games behind. And the Red Sox 4. The Tigers, Rays, Orioles staying right on the heels of the A's and the Angels. And of course, the Angels will be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Kind of get the feeling that that's going to be a tight race all the way down to the end. Get that many clubs knotted up.
Bounce towards short. Hit hard enough where it should be 2, and it is. So Michael Taylor hits into the 6-4-3 double play. We're headed to the 4th. It'll be Encarnacion, Cooper, and Davis. New Insider, stay up to date on everything athletics with Casey Pratt. Follow Casey on Twitter at Casey Pratt CSN. Log on to A's Talk on CSNCalifornia.com all season long to read Casey's news and notes on the Oakland Athletics. 4th inning. Encarnacion, Cooper, and Davis against Jordan Roberto. Inning and a third for Roberto so far. He's thrown 23 pitches. And he has become a very important person in this game for the Athletics. They need him to pitch a couple more innings.
Stretch him out. He's got 24 pitches right now, 25.
That one hit through the shift. How it got through those two guys, I don't know. Those two guys being Rosales and Weeks, but perfectly placed for Encarnacion.
Yeah, this is the part of the shift that makes you crazy. And it's just the odds part. If they were playing him straight up, this ball is hit pretty much right directly at where the shortstop would be. But when you shift him over, That hole is vacated.
So that's the 4th hit in the game for Toronto. And here's David Cooper. Cooper takes down and away.
Quick throw right there. Eddie got a sneaky stolen base last night. Off Blackley, that first pitch move.
Certainly weren't expecting that last night, especially after Rajai Davis got picked off. And we've seen Blackley's move. But Encarnacion got himself into scoring position, which is huge in an extra inning game. Blue Jays last night had 11 hits. The A's had 14. Blue Jays left 11. The A's left 7. And the Blue Jays had a pitcher hit. Aaron Loop got an at-bat. Hit hard. Inge has it, spins around. No play at second. Throws to first in time. Encarnacion was moving on the play, but a nice play by Inge just to get one out. So
yeah, that
Cooper
was a
robbed of a hit.
Great reaction right here by Inge. This ball was scalded. Makes a play. He was going to go to second. Saw that there was no play. Didn't have time to turn his shoulders, but he's got such a good arm. Just wrists it, flips it on a line to first base.
That'll bring up Rajai Davis. Davis into left field, a base hit. And they're going to hold up Encarnacion. Brian Butterfield
has learned his lesson.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2 in this series, so he decides to hold up Encarnacion, and it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, this ball squeaks through. Rosie almost makes a great play, but it's just outside his glove. But Gomes is charging the ball. Comes up with the clean, and Butterfield rightly keeps Eddie right there at third base. Third time's the charm.
He would have been out by about 15 feet. So runners at the corners for the Blue Jays. 1 out for Yan Gomes. Gomes hit a fly ball to center field his first at bat, and he takes a little bit outside. Blue Jays have lost 6 in a row, and they are now 51 and 55. And they're starting to fall out of that wild card race.
And they're starting to fall apart physically.
Yeah, that's really going hand in hand, huh?
Yes.
Also have lost 8 out of their last 11, and they're sitting on a 10-game road trip. They're going to head to St. Petersburg to play the Rays Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And the Rays are playing very good baseball, so that's not going to get any easier. And they do not know when the big bopper, Jose Bautista, is going to come back. It's an unforgiving division, and if you start sliding, it's tough to stop.
It's really tough. It's really tough to stop, and then it's really tough to get back into it.
Well, yeah, there's just Rays are playing better. Orioles have had a good year. Red Sox, they've lost 3 in a row. They're a game under 500, so they're trying to stay in this thing. Now, there's still time. Davis takes off, pitches a strike, throw to second base is high, and Rajai Davis has another steal. Number 29 for Davis. Pitch was a strike, so the count is 2-2.
Well, he's going to get his stolen bases.
He's good base steal.
Got a good jump here. Pretty good pitch to throw on. A little slow out of the box. Kind of bogged down a little bit, Gutierrez. Didn't quite get closed. Feet are a little bit slow. And I don't know if he was peeking at Eddie in case he was breaking in on the pitch. But even if he got rid of it good, I don't think he had a chance.
There's a shot down the left field line, but it's foul. See, when you're struggling like the Jays are and playing great like the A's are, that ball goes foul.
You get those breaks. It's almost unfair.
I mean, it's a shot. It's 4 feet foul. Alberto looking for a strikeout. Fastball is high. On deck is Moises Sierra.
Infield's giving him the run. Playing straight up and back.
37 pitches now for Norberto.
Has a base open right here. He doesn't have to be too fine or too good. He needs to be fine.
This one's lofted to shallow right field. Coming in is Taylor. He's got it, and Encarnacion stays at third. So Gomes cannot get it done, and that's out number 2.
Good execution by Norberto right there. That was a quality pitch. Keep him to the big part of the yard. Throws a fastball. Paints this edge. Close enough. He's got to reach for it. Just can't get enough. And Edwin didn't even back up to third base. He wasn't going to tag at all when he saw Taylor busting in. Just had to reach for it enough. Kind of a handsy swing. Can't get it deep enough. Edwin never even goes back to third. Good pitch in there by Norberto.
So here's Sierra. He had an infield single in the second inning. Sierra getting the start today in right field. His numbers in AAA this year: 289 with 17 home runs and 63 runs batted in, and that was in 100 games for Las Vegas.
Same kind of situation right here. At 2-0, you got a base open and you got a lefty on deck. Doubt he'll just give in here.
Swing and a miss.
Nice cutter low and in. Tough pitch, buries it at that back ankle. It's a tough pitch to not only hit, but if you do hit it, to keep it fair. Because it's burying in, you end up having a tendency to pull it foul.
So now 3-1. That left-handed hitter on deck is Anthony Goes. Swing and a miss. Took a little off. 3-2. Career high 43 pitches now for Jordan Norberto.
I think he might extend that today.
By one for sure.
Pretty silent bullpen.
Pitch is hit hard toward Inge. He's got it. Straightens up. Throws across. And Norberto gets out of it. So the Blue Jays, once again, cannot come up with a big hit. And it's 1-0 Athletics going to the bottom of the 4th. Here's our trivia question brought to you by AT&T. He was the only active player to have played in the 1980s. Think about it.
I think I know.
Yep. Reddick to lead it off, followed by Carter and Gomes against Ricky Romero. He's with a single run in the second inning. Romero has walked one and struck out one. And he's thrown 38 pitches through 3 innings.
He's starting to settle in, but Reddick has had some success off him. 375.
Out in front, 0-2.
Pretty good curveball right there.
Reddick with a fly ball to right field in the first inning. He's now 4 for 10 in the series. Now with A.J. Griffin leaving the game with some stiffness in his right shoulder. What's happening in the next 2 days, Scott, becomes maybe even a little bit more important with Brandon McCarthy making his second rehab start tonight. And Brett Anderson making another rehab start tomorrow. Now Anderson's still a little ways away.
They're going to pay a little bit more attention to those starts.
You would think, yeah. Again, for McCarthy today, his second rehab start. So keep an eye on what he does tonight and how many pitches he throws.
Well, there's no doubt the bullpen's going to need a break. So it's a little bit more pressure on the next couple days of the starting pitchers.
No question.
Maybe a little longer leash.
And as you mentioned earlier, 4 rookies in the starting rotation. Malone, Parker, Griffin, and now Straley, who pitched last night. That's the starter, second best in the American League. The A's still with the best team ERA in the American League. 3.42, just a shade ahead of the Tampa Bay Rays. Reddick hits one toward left. Davis back and then in. He's got it for out number 1. Chris Carter with a home run last night. Another long one. He doesn't need to hit any cheapies.
Just loving how short his swing has become and how far he can hit it with such a short stroke.
Well, we're all hoping that Chris Carter has finally figured it all out. He's had 76 at bats, so the sample size needs to be a little larger, but it looks different.
The numbers he's put up in AAA are, indisputable, but what he's come up here, it's just he's had to change the approach and he hasn't been able to do it. And like you said, he looks different. And this is what Chili's been trying to do. Darren Bush down in AAA, Sparks trying to get him to be this kind of hitter, and finally it's clicked. And in fact, he's a good example of what Michael Taylor needs to do.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
2 guys in the same kind of mold.
Well, Carter's passing the eye test right now because he looks like a different hitter. And obviously the results have been there.
Well, not only the hits are coming, but his takes, his body language. He's always been kind of a low pulse guy, but he seems low pulse. He seems less than low pulse. He seems relaxed rather than low pulse.
That one on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Second strikeout for Romero.
Well, I think you might have an argument right there. It's a big man. Pretty low pitch.
2 outs for Gomes. Gomes hit a line drive to the shortstop in the second inning. Holmes' home run last night was his 11th of the year. So it does indeed look like Ricky Romero has got pretty good control today, and the walks have been an issue this year for him, but not the case today. In that start against the A's last week, he walked 6 in an inning and a third. Look at that. How does Ricky Romero lose 7 consecutive starts?
Well, that got out of here in a hurry. And when he hits them good, they get out of here in a hurry. He also hit a hooded 2-iron off the 330 sign down the line.
Just missed another home run.
He can hit lefties.
Toward right field, Moises Sierra is under it. And reaches to his right at the last moment, makes the catch. Side retired. So 5 in a row retired for Romero. Norberto back to work. 1-0 A's. One nothing, A's lead. It's the top of the 5th inning on a beautiful day at the Coliseum. Sun is peeked out off and on, but a nice day as Jordan Norberto is back out there. 2 1/3 innings so far for Norberto, and that was pitch number 45. Lots of tough decisions for managers during the course of a game. And how far do you go with Norberto? Obviously, at this point, he's not going to be available tomorrow.
Yeah, you're burning him right now, but you're also talking to him. And he's aware that he's the guy that's kind of got to pick up some slack. So he knows that bullpen is taxed, and he's trying to help them out.
He's also pitching great.
And he's pitching great, and I'm sure Bob's asking him, and Kurt. They don't want to overextend him, but keep him in there as long as they can.
Well, you wonder if maybe get through the 5th inning. But Curtin, the manager, know best. 3-2 now to Anthony Goes, who'll be followed by Hechavarria and Escobar.
Yeah, if they could get into the 5th inning, Norberto would have done a phenomenal job to score the same.
This one's popped up behind third. Rosales is under it, and he's got it.
The thankfully the sun isn't completely out. That's a tough ball. He's got his glasses on and the clouds are out, but you can tell him he is really fighting it. Sometimes the better angle of the shortstop going out as opposed to the left fielder coming in changes a little bit where the ball might be at its apex and might see it a little bit better, but that's the communication between those two. And Carter doesn't have glasses on.
First pitch to Danny Echeverria is rolled foul.
I could never wear sunglasses. I had to have the flip down.
Did you?
Yep.
Old-fashioned guy?
Well, it seemed like they distort. I felt like I sweated them up. First of all, I sweated a lot.
Fog them up a little bit.
And I fogged them up. And I needed my vision. I needed everything.
Well, it's always funny. The sunglasses, but they're on top of the hat, which is fine. But you better not lose the ball in the sun. 0-2 pitch. Echeverria, a big swing and a miss, so he strikes out for the second time.
Well, there's one thing he could adjust is finding a two-strike approach. Most likely he's going to be kind of a lower part of the order type of guy, and that is a middle of the order type of swing.
And you could see the ball was by him.
Big swing, a decent swing. He's got good balance, but the game is a little faster up here, and that size right there is just not going to play.
Top of the order, and Escobar. Escobar fouls it at the plate. Kataris got it.
I hit him square in the chest, but if you've met the man, he's built pretty well.
So Escobar maybe giving Kataris a little time to regroup.
Pretty good swing at this and square off that shoulder. One thing worse than getting hit in the left shoulder is getting hit in the right shoulder.
Nishak gets up. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, it might have been collarbone neck area.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, that might be worse than both of them. Both shoulders.
Two and 1 the count. Escobar with a single and a ground out to short. Strike outside corner. Escobar thought it was outside. Inge has it. Side retired. Roberto with a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the fifth coming up. 1-0 A's. only active player to have played in the 1980s. Probably got it. Omar Vizquel. His first major league game was April 3rd, 1989. It was with the Mariners, and it was right here at the Coliseum. 24 seasons later, Omar Vizquel is still playing. First pitch to Inge is low.
24 seasons. That's a lot of spring training.
He's not going to know what to do with himself come middle of February next year. Two 2-0 to Inge, who will be followed by Norris and Kataris.
He's probably got more spring training at bats than a lot of.
Oh, no question.
Veteran big leaguers.
Escobar charges. He's got it on the run, and that's out number one. 2,947 games played, 2,863 career hits. Well, he had some magic hands, didn't he?
985 fielding percentage. Second all-time among shortstops. That is something.
Any debate whether he's a Hall of Famer?
Well, I don't know the criteria, but for me, I mean, he's got to be there.
I think so too. I've heard writers that I've talked to say they're not short. I don't agree with that.
Just short offensively, huh?
2,800 hits. It's very hard to Hechavarria, but I guess you could compare him to Ozzie Smith. Now, was Ozzie Smith a significantly better player than Omar Vizquel?
I don't think so. It'd be hard to make that argument, I think.
So. And I've never been a believer in longevity of a career being a negative thing. And I hear that argument, and I never quite understood that one. It's like, well, he played a long time. And
accumulated
like,
those numbers,
well, that's
right?
a good thing. I mean, I think he is a Hall of Famer.
I'm with you. I'm voting that way.
The great baseball argument, is he a Hall of Famer, is he not? Johnson can't make a play. Kataris is aboard. Ball was hit hard, but he's going to get a hit. Johnson will probably tell you he should have had it.
Well, Kataris hits this really well. Hits the first time up, he hits it well. Stays on it. Real handsy swing he's got, but he hits it hard because he's got strong hands. Johnson makes a sliding play. I think he was trying to play it. I think he knew he was going to get it, and he was going to do that little slide, pop up, and turn.
Popped up too early.
Might have started the pop up turn a little early.
So that's the third hit for the Athletics, and here's Adam Rosales.
Rosie broke out the hockey stroke and got him out of his funk.
And a nice base hit to right center in the third inning. Missed again, 2-0. 62 pitches for Romero. So his pitch count's in decent shape. 2 outs in the fifth inning. Nishak warming up again for the Athletics. So it's possible that Roberto could be finished, or a left-handed hitter in Kelly Johnson will lead off the sixth. Maybe
might go up for that one hitter.
We'll see. .3-0 pitch, a strike to Adam Rosales.
Well, Romero's been way more efficient than he has been in these previous starts.
Well, he's pitching like the Ricky Romero that you know. Strike 3-2.
he's had a tendency to miss up in the zone, and that ball is borderline, but if you throw enough strikes and you're getting ahead, you kind of get those borderline pitches. When you're kind of all over the place, umpires don't feel good about giving you those.
And a pitch is low. Rosales with the walk. So nothing like a 2-out rally from your 8th and 9th place hitters.
Well, Romero's very upset at himself right now. He drops behind 3-0 after getting a couple quick outs. And now he's got a runner in scoring position. Here he is, letting off some steam. But that's been his Achilles heel in the past and most of this year. So I think that he found it, and if he slips out of it, it's been hard for him to get back into it. So
little uh-oh creeps in.
That little doubt of that wandering release point. Let's see if he gets back on track.
First pitch to Weeks, misses.
It can almost be like shooting free throws. And the guys that I've caught, it's almost that pushing the ball, or not the follow through. It's just kind of the aiming, not necessarily Shaq type, but just a little bit of the aiming it, not really finishing it, that fluid finish. I see that occasionally from him.
Not close, and now it's 2-0. If you're struggling like Romero is, you would think at any point where things start to slide a little bit, your thought process is, here we go again.
Well, it's happened so many times that he's fallen into it, and he's aware of the feeling. And I think once that feeling creeps in, or that release point wanders just a hair, he's had in the past difficulties kind of righting the ship. So he's getting a little bit of a taste of it right now. But good pitchers, and he's a good pitcher, are able to adjust on the fly and get back locked in. It's just been more difficult for him to do that this season.
That one loss was the game he started last week. 2-0 the count. Weeks has a fly ball to center field and a strikeout. 0 for 2. Not close. 3-0.
Back-to-back 3-0 starts on the last two hitters. And really not close. Those balls are up and sailing away on him.
That one misses badly. So a 4-pitch walk, and now the A's have the bases loaded and 2 outs.
As a hitter right now, you really got to keyhole him. If not, just take a pitch and let him, knowing his past, knowing that he's had trouble getting ahead, working ahead, you kind of let him continue his funk that he's in right now, and maybe take a pitch.
Here's Taylor. First pitch to Taylor in there for a strike. Taylor has grounded out twice to short. One was a double play. Fastball is low.
Chance to blow it open right here from Mr. Taylor.
Just got a piece of it. Swung at a 1-1 changeup.
Well, maybe with Johnson coming up, he's seeing.
It's like he said, one hitter.
Can we get you for one more? And the beard nodded. He's got it.
1-2 pitch to Taylor. Shoots it toward Ty Waller, who scoops it.
Well, good job by Gomes right now, the catcher. He's He's seen Romero really struggle with that fastball, so he's changed it up and he's gone. Remember the change? He's showing a breaking ball. It's easy to keep putting that finger down and have him struggle, but sometimes the best option is go to another pitch.
Gutierrez at third, Rosales at second, Weeks at first. And Taylor went around on a high fastball, so Ricky Romero puts himself in trouble and then gets out of it with a strikeout of Taylor. A's leave him loaded in the bottom of the fifth.
See him tomorrow when the A's play the Blue Jays. 7,500 kids will receive an A's Jamile Weeks drawstring backpack, courtesy of Washington Hospital of Fremont. For more information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets.
So indeed, Norberto is out there to start the sixth inning. It could be just Bob Melvin wanting him to get the left-handed hitting Kelly Johnson out and have Neshek face Encarnacion. See if that is indeed the way it works. First pitch to Johnson is a strike. One for 12 in the series is Kelly Johnson. He has struggled. Struck out 4 times. And he's had some opportunities to come up with a big hit for the Jays, and he has not been able to do it.
Yeah, he struggled in the series, definitely. And he's doing pretty well in the year. As for second baseman, he's first in the American League in walks with 45, and second with home runs at 12. So offensively, he's one of the better second basemen in the league.
2-2. Up and in. 3-2. That was pitch number 63 from Jordan Norberto. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Came right at him. That is 4 strikeouts for Norberto, and his afternoon is going to come to an end.
Well, what a huge outing for Norberto. He really picked up the A's there.
3 2/3 innings of shutout baseball.
Look at that. The infielders running in. They knew what
that was huge.
A lot of asked of that guy right there, and he's getting an ovation he deserves.
So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Jordan Alberto. He's your MVP today.
There's no doubt. And he's giving fives out as well he should.
When Neshek comes in to face Encarnacion, jumps ahead in the count 0-1. Neshek last night, an inning and a third, 3 strikeouts. He threw 16 pitches. Remember, he struck out the side. Encarnacion with a fly ball to left and a single.
Well, it's nice to have a guy like this coming out of your bullpen. He's that funky elbows and knees, and everything's kind of flying in every direction. It's kind of a bit of a car wreck. And then it just shoots out, and he's got better command. You'd think he's basically sinker slider guy, but you just don't know which way it's going to go from him. It's a tough at bat, especially for a right-hander.
Slider outside, so a full count to Encarnacion. Well, that's got to be a tough pitch for a right-handed hitter to lay off of.
For sure. You don't know where it's shooting out of. It looks like he's going to drop down, but it kind of finds a higher slot.
And he's going to get it out on a pitch that was about a foot outside. Encarnacion chased it, and that's out number 2.
Shift work that time. Jamal playing pretty much right behind second. Hits it right into it.
So 7 consecutive Blue Jays hitters have been retired. Here's David Cooper, left-handed hitter. Cooper toward right field. Taylor is over. He's got it. Side retired. So another 3 up, 3 down inning. And we're headed to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Athletics. Light freeze game. Coors Light Freeze Game is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. It's the world's most refreshing beer.
Spider Reddick is up.
Yep. Keeps it up, he's going to be a fan favorite.
Well, they got the sign up in his
I think he already is.
his right field fan club. Spider Reddick.
Today, Reddick is 0 for 2, couple of fly balls, 2-0. He's left them loaded in the 5th inning. And that one's hit high, foul territory. Encarnacion backpedaling, still backpedaling, and it drops right next to him. And look where the sunglasses are, right on top of his hat.
That is exactly what I was. Unbelievable. I mean, the reason he didn't catch it was the sun. It's directly in it. And there's his eye protection, looking good, covering up the Blue Jay.
You know what? There is absolutely no excuse for that.
Well, I don't know if you give it an error, but just because the glasses are there, it's almost an error. And
he still leaves him there.
Going to put him on.
This one on the infield. It's going to be Escobar who's under it. Escobar has the glasses on, and he makes the catch. How's Bernie doing? There's Bernie, gentleman in the middle.
He's got his eye protection on.
Of course, the Bernie phenomenon that has taken over the Coliseum has a little bit to do with the movie Weekend at Bernie's. If you've ever seen it, then you know what we're talking about. I'm not sure it would be an easy movie to explain.
I think I saw it on Betamax. Isn't that an old movie?
Yeah. I'm not going to explain the premise of the movie because I just don't know if I would do a very good job. Encarnacion sees this one. He's got it.
I'm going to have to go rent it again. Isn't there like 3 installments now?
Well, there's a, yeah, I know there's 2 and there may be another one. But now he's really not Bernie right now because he's has the ability to look at his cell phone. So if you're an A's fan and you haven't ever seen Weekend at Bernie's, you should probably go get it.
It's must-see TV, I think, at this point.
It's a 1989 released film.
Okay.
So it's a little over 20 years old.
I'm sure it met critical acclaim when it came out.
Well, it's been revived classic, yes, thanks to the Oakland Athletics.
I have to admit, I did enjoy it when it came out.
Well, not only can you watch Weekend at Bernie's, you can do the Bernie, which most of the fans are doing now here at the Coliseum, which is fun. Echeverria throws it across, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning, 7-pitch inning for Romero. And we are moving to the 7th, still 1-0 Athletic. Subway eFresh asks Glenn and Scott question. Rory from San Jose asks, in your opinion, what has been more exciting, the 2002 20-game win streak or the recent walk-off wins the A's have had this season? What do you think, Scott?
Well, you know, I'm probably biased, but
just a little bit.
I think being in the dugout, being part of it, we had a bunch of walk-offs at that point. But you know what's neat is that team had some expectation, had some already developed guys already in there, and there was expectation there. This year, there wasn't a lot of expectation, and you've seen a team start off slow and play to the expectations and build up. So that maturation and that development and that excitement that they're bringing, that youthfulness, is pretty cool. So I got to say, as a fan, they might be two different things, but equally as impressive.
Rajai Davis to lead it off. But you guys set an American League record, and that says a lot.
I think both in common have the element of a real team bond.
Sure.
So there's a real tightness there that is hard to describe unless you're in that locker room with these guys every single day. It can be a polarizing place, or it can be very much a tight fraternity-like atmosphere, and I think that's what it was for us, and I think it's what's going on down there after I see them in the spider outfits and hockey. And
well, they're having a lot of fun, and the fans are having fun along with the players, and I think that in case this year, I think that's a big deal.
It's definitely infectious. It's kind of got that underdog youthfulness. They're a very likable squad, I got to tell you.
2-2 to Rajai Davis, foul back. Davis, Gomes, Sierra here in the 7th inning against Nishak, who came in and got the final 2 outs of the 6th inning. Rajai fouls it back again.
Well, there's a green beard.
Oh, green beard.
Proud of that today. That's the MVP so far.
Another pop-up. This one could be playable as Carter, like he may have had trouble seeing it as well. That's the same area where Encarnacion kind of lost it.
No glasses.
No glasses on for Carter.
Broke at that ball pretty slow. I know he's not spry or fast by any means, but that was kind of a half-hearted break. I think we need to get some glasses on some boys.
Toward right field, playing very shallow as Taylor. He's there. Rajai Davis is retired, and that's out number 1. 9 in a row now retired by the A's pitching staff. Here's Yan Gomes. So for a team like the Blue Jays, who coming into today the 4th most runs scored in the American League, but so depleted is their lineup, there's just not a lot of threats in the lineup.
Yeah, for a pitching staff to face these guys, it's just, with the exception of Encarnacion, there's just not a lot of guys that can really hurt you on one swing. So you get a lot of guys that come right at you.
Sure.
Don't mess around. You don't get the luxury of, unless they're wild, a pitcher trying to be too fine to avoid danger. So it ends up becoming a 2-3 hit type of approach to score a run, which is tough to do.
You just look at the bottom 5 in the order: Davis, Gomes, Sierra, Goes, Hechavarria. And the last 4 have all been in the minor leagues. And that is a 4-pitch walk to Gomes. So that's the first walk issued by an A's pitcher. Chevron pitching matchup for tomorrow against the Blue Jays: Aaron Laffey and Tommy Malone. So Laffey, Malone, a couple of left-handers. 12:30 A's pregame live, and then Scott and I will have the ball game for you a little after 1 o'clock. Kurt Young's going to come out as Jerry Blevins starts to throw. We're looking a little bit further ahead to that big Angels series, which, well, you're not supposed to look ahead, but we're going to do it anyways. Monday night, Jared Parker against Jared Weaver. Jared Weaver is 14-1. Tuesday night, Bartolo Colon and C.J. Wilson.
Now batting, number 14.
And on Wednesday afternoon, Dan Straley and Zach Greinke. So you're going to see the Angels' best 3 starters. Parker, Colon, Straley against Weaver, Wilson, and Greinke. So that should be a lot of fun.
Well, it'll be a test.
Sure. Well, the A's have passed most of their tests the last couple months, and that'll be a good one.
No better time to face them than right now, the way they've been playing.
Swing and a miss by Moises Sierra, and the count is 0-2. The Angels will continue their series at the White Sox later this evening. Chicago winning last night 8-6 on the Rios walk-off home run. Santana and Floyd, the pitching matchup today. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Sierra on 3 pitches. He strikes out, and that's out number 2.
Some good sliders right here from Neshek. That is not seen well right there by Sierra. Tough to pick this guy up, and you can tell by the swings of the hitters. And if they don't see that slider, you're going to see baffled looking swings like that. Versus right-handers, he really likes to go to that slider.
First pitch to Anthony goes is a strike. 24 pitches for Neshek. Something else to think about with the A's bullpen after the last 2 games, today's game and last night. Or Doolittle through Thursday and Friday, and Cook through Thursday and Friday. Just another thing the skipper has to keep in mind, although he did say Cook could go today if need be.
Well, I'm sure he wants to get back out there.
Two-one pitch. Hit hard. Weeks has it. He'll go to second and get the out there. Side retired. So a runner left, 7th inning stretch. Still 1-0 Athletics.
It's their annual Breast Cancer Awareness Day. Field level tickets are available at $5 from each ticket supporting the American Cancer Society. 10,000 fans will receive an A's pink and white umbrella. The day is presented by Alta Bates, America Bank, the Bay Area News Group, Good Neighbor Pharmacy, State Roofing Systems, Ross Dress for Less, and Nelson Staffing. For more information, go to oaklandathletics.com/BCA.
So bottom of the seventh, the A's with a 1-0 lead. They've had a 1-0 lead since the second inning. Ricky Romero has been good. His offense has not been good. Give credit to the A's pitching staff.
Fastball's gotten a little squirrely here late, but overall, he's had a really good outing. I know the A's are good in one-run games, but I'm sure they're looking to add to that right here.
2-1 the count to Inge, who reached on a fielder's choice in the second and then scored the game's only run. And he grounded out to short in the fifth. Down toward the bullpen foul. Grant Balfour is up front. Pitch is foul back. Crowd of a little over 17,000 today. 17,121 is the paid attendance.
Brandon's got a 13-game hit streak. He's looking to extend and not going to do it this at bat.
So that's out number one, and that's the fourth strikeout for Ricky Romero. A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Roaring Camp Railroads. Proud to welcome Thomas the Tank Engine and friends. Details at roaringcamp.com.
Designated hitter, number 36, Derek Norris.
So here's Derek Norris, who has knocked in the game's only run, a opposite field double that scored Inge in the second. Norris 2 for 8 in the series.
Hit the ball really hard his last time up to third base. It's a good sign seeing him square up a couple balls in a row. Man on second, they got him, scored it over there, and comes through with a big 2-out hit. Doesn't exactly smash it, but puts it in a good spot and drifts away from the outfield for a stand-up double. And 2-out RBI.
Well, and you think about that hit, but Inge was on first base, and he got to second on a wild pitch. I don't know that Inge would have scored from first on that double.
I'm betting you wouldn't have.
Yeah, so a simple mistake, and the A's take advantage. Inside corner, but a little bit too far inside. 2-2. I guess the point I'm making is small mistake by a team struggling. A team that's hot takes advantage of it. And right now, it's a huge play in the game. It's nothing but a simple wild pitch.
Difference maker.
Yep.
Especially when you get two pitchers that are on or hot or not allowing many opportunities. When you get those opportunities, the team that capitalizes usually ends up on top.
3-2 to Derek Norris. Way inside, and he walked it. So walk number 4 for Romero. So with his 4 today, he now leads the American League in walks, 74. Again, last year, for the whole year, he walked 80 in 225 innings.
Not so sure they won't get somebody. Yeah, they're going to start getting a little action up there. He just seems to lose it. It comes in and out of that release point a little bit, right? Last couple innings.
Steve Delabar will start to throw. Here's Kataris. There's a strike. That was pitch number 95 for Romero. The Rangers and the Royals are just getting started in Kansas City. Feldman and Smith pitching matchup there. Rangers won last night 5-3. They have a 4.5 game lead over the A's and a 6 game lead over the Angels. And good base running by Norris, and he's going to get to second base.
Gomes was looking down at the ground there like the ball bounced up. Might have caught a divot or something in the dirt there, but he seems to could have kicked a little bit to his right. But he seemed that to think that ball did not come straight up where he was going to be.
So, thanks to the wild pitch, the A's have a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss. So Romero strikes out Kataris for the second out. 5 strikeouts now for Romero.
How about the shortstop, number 17, Adam Rose.
That's just plain old heat. Might have had in his mind that could be a slider coming. By the time you see it away, he's already pulled off it a little bit. No chance.
Rosales with a single and a walk today. And he skies this one to center.
Tough Sun.
Goes fighting the sun, still fighting it, and then stepping right in front of him is Sierra, the right fielder, and Sierra makes the catch. So a little excitement, but that's how the bottom of the 7th ends. Sierra making the catch. 1-0 A's as we go to the 8th.
For the Home Depot, doing more on defense. Anthony Ghost drives a ball deep to left center. Blue Jays looking to draw first blood. Reddick plays it really nicely off the wall, and this is how you draw it up in spring training. Hit that cutoff man. both two quick release points. Get it to Kateros, who gets it enough time, makes a nice little scoop, puts that big body in the path of the Sierra and gets him out by about 5 steps. That was a much tougher play than it looked. They made it look easy. A lot of things can go wrong right there, but they pulled it off classy.
When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts, as Grant Balfour comes in, top of the 8th inning. Balfour will face Hechavarria, Escobar, and then Johnson. Balfour last night pitched the 7th inning and the 8th inning. No hits, no runs, 3 strikeouts. He threw 20 pitches, so he was very good last night.
Borderline untouchable last night.
Danny Echeverria, making his major league debut today, has struck out twice, both swinging.
Well, Balfour throws hard enough that Echeverria is going to have to shorten up a little.
2-0. So Pat Neshek goes an inning and 2/3. No hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. So he does another terrific job, just like last night. Noberto 3 2/3. If you're joining us late, A.J. Griffin, the starting pitcher for the A's, left with tightness in his right shoulder. And he did that with 2 outs in the 2nd inning. Foul back, 2-2 the count.
Well, here he is saying, here, hit it if you can. 94, 95, and oh, I got a slider too. He got ahead, stayed ahead, and when he's ahead, he knows how to put them away, and he did it last night. 2 strong innings last night.
Close pitch, and now it's 3-2.
Good pitch, good location. That is a tough pitch to lay off. Most of the time you lay off that because you didn't see it.
Payoff delivery, and it's popped up. The shortstop Rosales, he's got it, and that's out number 1. The Blue Jays have not had a hit since the 4th inning.
Now batting, number 5,
The top of the order in Escobar. Delabar and Oliver now loosening up.
He's got the top of the order coming up. Bottom of the 8th.
First pitch, strike at the knees to Escobar, who's 1 for 3. Five for 13 in the series for Yunel Escobar. And today hitting in the leadoff spot. Fastball high again. Remember, Escobar won a game for the Blue Jays in Toronto last year, earlier in the season, in a home run off Balfour in the bottom of the 9th inning. Don't see too many Pirates jerseys around. More this year, though. The year the Pirates are. Pirates.
It's good to see them doing.
Yeah, they're
bringing baseball back to that town.
15 games over 500 out of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Always like that ballpark.
2-2 pitch. Hit toward right. Taylor near the line. He's got it. Out number 2.
Time now for the AT&T U-verse reverse replay. And here it is, Jordan Alberto gets the call he wasn't expecting. After a long game last night, a tired bullpen, this man came in and threw more pitches than he's ever thrown and gave a huge lift to the A's, getting him into the 6th inning. If you're looking for an MVP, that's the guy right now.
Two outs for Kelly Johnson. Johnson, first pitch, rolls it foul. Johnson, a fly ball to center and 2 strikeouts. Rolls over on that one. Easy play. And grand foul for. Slices right through that part of the lineup. And it's the bottom of the 8th coming up.
Is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. And by Jack in the Box. Get the all-American Jack Combo at Jack in the Box. It's a no-nonsense burger with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax at participating stores.
Is someone driving a truck on the upper deck? No way!
Here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 0-5-0 for the Blue Jays, 1-3-0 for the Athletics. The only run in the game was an RBI double by Derek Norris. So the A's, a lot of pitching today. Blue Jays continue to scuffle. And the A's with a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the order for the A's, Weeks, Taylor, and Reddick. First pitch to Weeks is a fastball strike from Steve Delabar. It's time for change. Think speedy oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Delabar coming over from the Seattle Mariners recently.
You can see right there, lefties are hitting .098 against him. 6 for 61. So he's got their number.
Eric Thames went from Toronto to Seattle in that trade. And it was a deadline trade, 31st of July. They were actually playing each other, so it was an easy transition. Walk down the hallway. Safeco Field.
A cardboard box and a few bags.
Hey. 1-2 to Weeks, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. They're underway in Kansas City. No score between the Rangers and the Royals in the top of the second inning.
Well, Delabar's basically a two-pitch guy, but to have the kind of dominant numbers he's got against left-handers, you got to have something to put him away. And he throws about 95, and to back it up, he's got a killer split. And we saw it right there. Just a tough pitch to stay back on. You end up doing that if you hit it. As you're out in front, you end up rolling it over.
Right there in the outside corner, Weeks is called out on strikes. So 1 out. We'll celebrate the 10th anniversary of the historic 20-game win streak the weekend of August 18th and 19th. On August 18th, 15,000 fans will receive a Scott Hatterberg bobblehead presented by Pepsi, featuring 3 audio clips from Bill King's famous radio call. Then on August 19th, 10,000 fans will get a "There's an A in Streak" t-shirt, courtesy of Cache Creek Casino Resort. For information and tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com. Oh, and 1 the count to Michael Taylor, who's 0 for 3. Fastball, and there's the good one from Delabar. 95, and a little in on the hands of Taylor.
Delabar's got a pretty good idea where he's throwing it. Moves it in and out pretty well. Throws hard, but he's not a guy I would call a thrower. Some of those guys that throw hard just kind of throw it and let it do what it does. He's got an idea where he wants to put it.
There's that fastball again, and well placed.
Well, again, Taylor's a little late. I'd like to see him get his swing started a little bit earlier. He's pretty stationary, kind of a dead start type of load or lack of load. When they start throwing hard up here and they can really paint, you got to get your swing going a little earlier.
So you've used the word load a couple times today. Does that mean just maybe getting back on that back leg a little bit?
It's the move with the body. Sometimes it's with your hands. Sometimes everybody has a bit of a weight shift, but it's basically your timing going back. It's like a bow and arrow. You know, you got to pull that bow back, or a boxer pulls his punch back rather than starting from a dead stop. Creates better timing, and it creates more power. So it's something you teach kids, and it all varies. Some are bigger than others, but everybody has to have a little something. The only guy that I know that was really good that didn't have anything was Paul Molitor. He'd go from a complete dead start, but
hard to do.
He's like a comet. Doesn't have to be big, can be small.
But if your hands are kind of right in front of you or close to being in front of you, I think you got to go back a little bit, right?
You got to gain something. Yeah. It's like a golf swing, you know, you have to bring it back to go forward.
I mean, Taylor looks like he keeps the bat pretty close to being in front of him,
which is a fine position if you get some sort of weight shift, some sort of load.
There's a good look at his swing.
See, he's strong enough to hit the ball hard from that position, but it's just very small move, if any, going back. And when you start from that position, it's hard to be on time with the fastball and the slider. You kind of commit at one time. You end up being out in front or late, depending on the pitch.
So the count remains 3-2 to Taylor as he's giving Delabar a good battle. The 11th pitch of the at-bat. Outside corner, strike 3 called. So 95 miles an hour. Back-to-back looking strikeouts.
That was a filthy pitch. It's a good at bat by Taylor. He really battled, but it's hard to cover everything when you got 2 strikes and a guy throws 95 and has such a good slider. So solid at bat, but Delabar comes out on top of that one.
So Taylor 0 for 4, and here's Reddick. So it is Cook who's heating up for the top of the 9th inning. He'll face Encarnacion, Cooper, and Davis. If anybody were to get on, it would be Yan Gomes. That's Gomes right there.
That caught Gomes pretty good, that foul ball right there. He's got to be seeing some stars right now. That was square. Had to take a little bit of a step back right there.
Good swing by Reddick, fouls it straight back.
Good swing, but I know he's mad right now. You got 2 chances, and he knows what good slider or split he's got. Now that enters the equation.
That went way high. So the A's with just 3 hits in the game, but they made it count for the 1 run. And the bullpen, again, the story today so far for the Athletics. Fastball, and Reddick fouls it back.
Another hittable pitch, but it's got pretty good life and just a little late. Everybody's been pretty late on him.
Shift is on for Reddick, and he swings and misses and a pitch down. So Delabar strikes out the side. 9th inning coming up. A's trying to make it 3 in a row over the Blue Jays, and it'll be the closer, Ryan Cook, coming in. A's with a 1-0 lead. It's the 9th inning. A's are looking for their 59th win of the year, trying to go 11 games over the 500 mark. And the first pitch from Cook is popped up. He's going to get Encarnacion on one pitch. Carter has it, and that is a huge out. Numbers for Cook: 2.33 ERA, 11 saves. Pitching for the 3rd game in a row. He got the save on Thursday night, threw just 11 pitches, and of course the blown save last night. He threw 26 pitches. So here's Cooper. First pitch is low.
Well, as a closer, it's always nice to get that ball right back the next night after giving it up the night before.
5-14 in one-run games are the Toronto Blue Jays. Different story here. They have won 10 consecutive one-run games. Overall on the year, 18-12. That one's hit to right center. That's hit deep. And that baby is gone. The Blue Jays have done it again in the top of the 9th inning. This time it's David Cooper.
Well, Cooper showing why he's in the cleanup spot. He cleaned up right there.
See where the pitch was.
Now batting, number 11, Rajay Davis.
Tried to sink it away from him, but he left that right in the wheelhouse.
So here's Rajay Davis. So another blown save for Ryan Cook. Pitch there to Rajay Davis. Well, all right, it's tied. Now you have to get through the inning, get back in the dugout, because you know how the A's are with these kind of games, as disappointing as it is right now. The home run tied it. It did not give the Jays the lead.
It's a momentum change, especially after such a marathon of a game last night. But
Carter going back, still going back, and Chris Carter makes the catch for out number 2.
Pretty short, simple stroke here. But he gets a ball inside, gets to it, and gets through it. It's a good noise. If you're the Jays, hits it to a pretty deep part of the ballpark, and it just squirts out of there.
See, it
barely
just
over that last 8 right there.
So 2 outs, and here's Jan Gomes.
Who needed Reddick in his Spider-Man outfit.
Number 6, Jeff
Climb that wall.
Standing for Gomes.
So Jeff Mathis is going to hit for Jan Gomes. So it was Mathis who hit the home run last night, and he swings at a slider, swing and a miss. Another slider, strike 2 call. Casey Jansen pitched effectively last night. 0-2 pitch is popped up foul.
Well, another flat fastball. I mean, not much downward action to it. And if you're going to throw it, you got to hit a corner. And if that ball gets back over the plate like it did right there, and doesn't get any drop to it.
And that one's hit deep. Reddick back near the warning track. He's got it side retired. So David Cooper with a solo home run here in the top of the 9th inning, and we're tied at 1, headed to the bottom of the 9th. 1-1, bottom of the 9th inning. Delabar, who struck out the side in the bottom of the 8th, back out there for the bottom of the 9th. Going to be Carter, Gomes, and Inge. So a disappointed Ryan Cook for the 2nd game in a row gives up a game-tying home run in the 9th inning.
First baseman, 22, Chris Carter.
Got Jeff Mathis catching right now. The villain from last night. Sent the game into extras.
So Mathis in. First pitch to Carter is high with a fastball. Delabar struck out Weeks, Taylor, and Reddick in the 8th inning. 2-0. Amazing guy. Strikes out the side. Is it a different deal in the 9th inning? Maybe. Maybe. Pours that one in there first time.
It's different pressure.
Well, I think it is too. Doesn't mean Delabar can handle it, but and he misses outside, and he misses by a lot. It's a leadoff walk for Carter.
Might get a runner here for Carter.
A's have Sogard, Moss, Crisp, and Cespedes as their extra players today.
Crisp's not grabbing a helmet, so
it looks like it could be Cespedes. And Cespedes, the reason he's not playing today is a little bit of a sprained wrist, so that should not affect his running. And he's probably the fastest, certainly one of the fastest A's players, so Cespedes will indeed pinch run for Carter. So Carter gets the leadoff walk, Cespedes to pinch run, and here's Johnny Gomes.
Cespedes getting a little run in, and Jansen thought he was stealing second.
I looked up and he was taking off.
Tricky guy.
Whoa, what did I miss? So here is Gomes. He is 0 for 3. To bunt, and the pitch is in the dirt. So 1-0 the count.
Tough scoop right there by Mathis. That fastball got buried. He didn't get down there and made a nice glove save.
Brandon Inge is in the on-deck circle. Jansen warming up in the Blue Jays bullpen. Swinging away, and it's fouled up above us. 1-1 to Gomes. Swing and a miss. So 1-2 the count. There's that splitter, Scott. You like that splitter.
Filthy split. He'll use it versus righties and lefties, and you can see right there the action it has on it. Comes out of his hand, looks just like a fastball, and there it is, just disappears. And that one even sank into him. Not much you can do with that. If he puts it in that location, it's almost unhittable.
Quick throw. Cespedes gets back. Pitch number 32 for Steve Delabar.
Delabar's pretty quick to the plate. It's tough for Cespedes to get a good jump. Feel comfortable enough to get in there, I think, right now.
And Cespedes has 9 steals on the year. He's been thrown out 3 times.
Might have a chance if a split gets by. It's a tough pitch to block.
Not going. Timeout was called. Timeout. So forget the pitch.
Gomes got a late timeout there. It's always nice when the umpire hears you. Sometimes they seem deaf at a lot of times. Timeout, timeout, timeout.
Don't ignore me.
They teach you not to take your hand off the bat and show them time. So you yell time.
This one's hit towards center. Playable for Goes. He's under it. And he's got it. So Johnny Gomes put a good pass on it, but flies out to center field for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. So it'll be Brandon Inge doing the Bernie. Nothing like the cardboard cutout of the Bernie.
That's a pretty good Bernie.
That's a good one. So we're going to get a pitching change. Casey Jansen's coming in. Delabar is out. So Jansen, the closer, coming in. We'll be back. Winning run at first base. That's Cespedes, the pinch runner, and here's Inge. And it's going to be Casey Jansen. He is the closer for the Blue Jays. He was good last night at inning and a third, couple of strikeouts, no hits, no runs. He threw 25 pitches.
He's been good all year.
He has been good. First pitch to Inge is a strike. So Delabar inning in the third. A walk and 3 strikeouts. He's looking for his first hit. And the A's still with just 3 hits. An RBI double by Norris in the second. Rosales with the leadoff single in the third. Gutierrez with a 2-out single in the 5th.
Jansen's pretty quick to the plate, too.
Grounded towards short. Escobar turns the double play. And guess what, folks? We're going to extra innings at the Coliseum. It's a 1-1 game after 9. Tonight at 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Full post-game reaction and highlights from this game. And also the highlights from all around baseball, including the wild card race and the ALS race, AL West race, and 49ers and Raiders training camp reports. John Henry Smith and Henry Wolford will host. So a busy time in Bay Area sports with NFL training camps underway. And Brandon Moss comes in the game to play first base. So Carter was pinch run 4, and now he is out. So Moss at first. So here's Jerry Blevins, 4-0, 2.17 ERA.
Number 14.
No surprise, he pitched last night as well. 2/3 of an inning. 11 pitches for Blevins. And there's a line drive, left field, coming in and going into a dive, and he did not catch it as Johnny Gomes. And a big turn at first. Sierra has to hustle back. Getting out there was Manny Gonzalez, the third base umpire, and he made the call. Gomes, no arguments. So it's going to be a leadoff single for Moises Sierra.
Well, this ball hits really good. Gomes comes in, charges. I'm not so sure he didn't pick it off the grass right out of the gate. It looks like he did. And then he tries to sell it a little bit here, hide it behind the glove, sneak it in there. But if he would have caught it clean, I still think it might have hit the grass. But Sierra took a huge turn. I think he thought it might have got by him.
So here's Anthony Goes, shows bunt, and bunts it foul. So into extra innings again. We said it last night. Scott, we'll say it again. Extra innings. The small things seem to matter more. And last night the A's executed. Yeah, the Blue Jays did not. And no surprise, then the A's won the game.
That's the difference maker, and right here is a difference maker situation. Goes trying to get the guy to second base. The small things play a big part in these tight games.
A's are 9-2 in extra innings. Blue Jays 3-5. Inge coming way in. And it's bunted toward Inge, who picks it up bare hand, throws to first to get goes. So a sacrifice. And the go-ahead run is now at second base. So Goes does his job. And that'll bring up the youngster, Danny Hechavarria, who is making his major league debut, and he's 0 for 3.
Number 3, Danny Hechavarria.
Well, I'm sure the youngster would like to be the hero on his first day. He's got an opportunity right here.
Blevins with a check. And the first pitch is an off-speed pitch that stays way outside. There's Sierra, the runner at second, was thrown out trying to score in the second inning, thrown out at home plate. He was trying to score from first on a double. Outside again, 2-0. So the A's bullpen last night threw 9 innings.
9 innings.
9 innings.
Defense is straight up.
Missed again. So 3-0 the count with Yunel Escobar, the leadoff hitter, waiting in the on-deck circle. Seven and 2/3 innings today for the A's bullpen.
Well, that'll add up.
And that pitch is outside. It's a 4-pitch walk to Echeverria. It's just the second walk issued by A's pitchers today.
Almost seemed like he was pitching around him a little bit right there.
Number 5.
Don't think that was the case, though. Did have a base open.
So here's Escobar. That game last night, Blue Jays just in extra innings. They stranded 2 in the 10th, 2 in the 12th, and 2 in the 15th. Again, they had some chances, but they just could not get that big hit. That's, again,
it's part of the reason for their slide right now.
Yeah, and the bullpen for the A's is very good.
The Blue Jays bullpen did well yesterday.
Yeah.
They've been doing well. And when you're missing those big boppers and you get those opportunities, somebody's got to come through. Or else you're going to lose a lot of those tight ball games.
Well, you think about last night, Scott, the Jays bullpen, 9 in the 3rd innings, 1 run, 11 strikeouts, and they lost.
That's solid work.
It's pretty good, but not good enough. 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss. Escobar was trying to hit a home run. He generally takes a pretty big hat.
Big swing here. Blevins has struggled with his fastball, locating it. Gets in a fastball count right there, but pulls the string on him. Gets Escobar out in front. Good change.
Sierra, Echeverria, good speed on the bases. Strike with a fastball planted on the inside corner.
Stayed close, nice. Arm caught up. He was able to get that good angle. And when you're able to locate on that side of the plate, that's where Blevins is right.
Michael Taylor, the right fielder, playing very shallow. Gomes in a couple of steps. Reddick actually playing fairly deep in center field.
Well, you got a new catcher, learning the staff. There's a bit of a learning curve you got to go through as far as getting on the same page. You don't want to make mistakes. That's why there's a few more meetings than probably normal, or you'll see later in the year. But it's a pretty smart move to go out there and double check.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Down and in. So Escobar cannot get it done. 2 outs.
Great slider right there by Blevins. Pulls a string on his change, and then he gets one to dive to that back foot. Really tough pitch to hit. Stays close, nice. Arm catches up. Gets the proper rotation and the proper action. Quality pitch right there in a big, big situation.
So here's Kelly Johnson, 0 for 4. He bounces that one off his leg. So lefty on lefty. 2 on, 2 out. And now it's 0-2 as Blevins jams Kelly Johnson.
They're feeling it here right now.
Swing and a miss. He threw it right by Johnson. Johnson 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. And the Blue Jays strand 2. We're headed to the bottom of the 10th.
Night presented by Cache Creek Casino Resort on Friday, August 17th. All participants that purchase a special ticket for this event will receive an exclusive Filipino heritage beanie and a traditional food item served in the Westside Club. Throwing out the ceremonial first pitch will be boxing champion Nonito with a Filipino flash, Donor Ray Jr. For tickets, go to oaklandathletics.com/Filipino.
Bottom of the 10th inning, Derek Norris to lead it off. Got a new pitcher just called up from the minor leagues, Jesse Chavez. He's been in the big leagues this year, but just brought back up. The numbers are not good. So Norris to lead it off. And the first pitch is a ball. So the Blue Jays are now 3 for 20 with runners in scoring position in this series.
Well, for a team that was put together to relying on the long ball, they've had to switch gears and try to put together some runs the old-fashioned way, and it's been tough.
And now it's 3-0. Third reliever used by the Blue Jays. Delabar, Jansen, and now Jesse Chavez. In for a strike, 3-1. Norris today a double, knocked in a run. Ground out and a walk. Swing and a miss. Pretty good fastball there from Chavez.
See Chris getting his gloves on. You never know. He might pinch run if Norris gets on. Getting those shoulders wiggly. Getting the rhythm going.
That's right. That one popped up just to our left.
That's what fast guys do.
Gutierrez will be next, and then followed by Adam Rosales. Three-two pitch, line drive, center field, coming in, going into a dive, and making the catch is Anthony Goes.
Well, Norris has squared the ball 3 times today, and he does it right there, right back to center field. Great swing. But Goes takes a beat on this thing, dead at him. This is the toughest one to do, is the dive stretched out straight at you. A lot of things can go wrong here. Wrists can get bent under. He made it look easy. He's a glider out there.
Gutierrez takes a bit outside. Well, that's a big play, because if it gets by him.
Well, it's at least a double, and Norris runs pretty good. So
yeah, so there you go.
Don't usually say triples for them, but he might.
Oh, yeah.
Fresh legs, DH in a day. Well, 15 innings last night, maybe not fresh.
Sort of fresh.
Sort of fresh.
Two and one now to Gutierrez, who was 1 for 3. Had a single in the 5th inning. In fact, as I look, his single was the last hit for the Athletics.
Chavez got a pretty good arm. He's got a little run to the ball and hitting 94 miles an hour. Lefties are hitting 282 off him. Pretty flat plane.
Yeah, he's not messing around either. He's coming right at everybody with the fastball.
He's aggressive with that. He's establishing that early.
So 3-2 to George Gutierrez. And the pitch. It's hit down the left field line, but foul. Gutierrez had 3 home runs with Milwaukee, and he takes the pitch high. And the A's have a 1-out base run.
Well, they're going to run for Gutierrez. Or, no, I'm sorry, they're going to pinch hit for Rosie.
Yep.
Gutierrez has got a good eye. That was a nice at bat. He's got a history of walks, and he got a big one right there.
So Sogard is going to hit for Rosales.
Batting for Adam Rosales, number 28, Aaron.
So that is the 6th walk the A's have received today. Last night in the series they've received 11, but in last night's game we were walked 5 times, make that 3 times. So here is Sogard. Sogard was 0 for 3 last night. He came in the game as a pinch hitter. Did have a couple of hits on Thursday night. Rangers have taken a 3-0 lead over the Royals after 4 innings in Kansas City. Sogard, a bunt attempt, and he bunts it over the backstop.
Not a bad idea.
No, he was not bunting to sacrifice. He was bunting for a hit.
Echeverria was quite a ways back there. He gets it down. He could have walked to first. Still playing back.
Sogard not going to bunt this time. He skies one to right center. Goes, and Sierra come together again. And for the 2nd time, they have a little miscommunication. But it's an out either way. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th. Let's see if Jamal Weeks can find a gap. Weeks does not have a hit. A couple of strikeouts, a walk, and a fly ball to center field. First pitch to Jamal, not close.
Well, the big triple last night from Jamal, I think they could use one right now.
I'm guessing a triple would win the game. What do you think?
Good chance. No Will Hunting, but
sometimes you got to beg a little bit. One-0 pitch, and that was a good pitch with a little movement away from Weeks. He takes it for a strike. 1-1 the count. You know, the Blue Jays made the transactions today to get a different reliever up, preferably a fresh arm, and Jesse Chavez was brought up, and he's in the game. That one toward left, and that's going to get down for a hit. So the A's will get the winning run in scoring position for Michael Taylor. So Weeks drops a single to left. And Michael Taylor is not going to hit. It's going to be Coco Crisp.
nice little piece of hitting here by Jamal. Stays short to the ball. Pretty big swing. Kind of got beat a little bit, but ends up flying it to left field. And however it happens, the A's will take it. Now I know Jamal will. Sometimes it just takes putting a couple of those together to get yourself out of it. Back in the groove.
So Coco Crisp, who had a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 15th inning last night to win it. Now he's got a chance to win it today in the bottom of the 10th inning. Can he do it? So Michael Taylor finishes his day 0 for 4.
Well, Coco was teasing about how he just hit a lazy fly ball last night to win the game, but he was well aware that's all he needed to do. He's He's a knowledgeable guy. He knows what he needs to do, and he knows he doesn't need a lazy fly ball right now.
First pitch to Coco is a breaking ball that stays high.
Man on third, he knows what he's got to do. Just get in the air, get it to the outfield, get it deep enough, and it's exactly what he did. Stayed to the big part of the field. Game over. Great at bat.
Kataris, the winning run at second. That one fouled back.
Good pass by Crisp right there.
What helps the A's a little bit here, Scott, is the middle infielders are not holding Kataris on at all. They're more worried about holding their positions.
They're not worried about him at all, so
Probably
if he does get it to the outfield, he'll have a good secondary and have a chance of scoring.
I mean, he can get a huge lead at second base. Setting up inside, 1-1 pitch, and it is inside, 2-1. Missed again, 3-1. On deck is Reddick. Well, obviously, there is a base open. Chavez throws 3-1 to Coco Crisp. Throws a fastball by him at 94 miles an hour. So now the count is full. The runners will take off, so that'll help the A's even more.
But you're right, with the men on first and second, you don't have to give in. It doesn't seem like there's a base open, but there is. There's no sense in giving in. Makes a nice pitch there. But they'll be running right now, and he's got a choice of pitches. He doesn't have to give in here. The walk doesn't hurt him.
Pitch number 25 coming up from Jesse Chavez. And here it is, and it's outside. He walked in.
Tough pitch right there. That's a tough one to lay off. Nice at bat by Coco right there.
So that's the 7th walk the A's have received.
Good run to this ball. Stays at the knees. Borderline away, borderline low. That's a tough at bat to have that good of a vision when you've been sitting down. Well, if you're the pitching coach or the manager, that's where you wanted to have this pitch. If he chases it, there's not a lot he can do with it. If not, it's a walk. You put him, you know where he's got. You start over with Reddick. Pretty quality pitch right there. Good thing for the A's is that brings a wild pitch into the play.
Everything.
He's got to think about not burying a breaking ball.
First pitch to Reddick. Rips it foul. Hit it hard. Got out in front. Reddick is 0 for 4. 2 flyouts, a pop out, and a strikeout.
Had a chance to be the hero last night. Got up in a big situation. Got a little overexcited. Got the head out a couple times. Got some balls to hit. Hit him well. Just got a little pull happy. Got a little pull happy right there. I'd like to see him think up the middle. Just a hair more.
Bunted, and he butts it right back to the screen, and it's 0-2.
Same idea right there as Sogard. You got Echeverria way back there. And if he lays down any kind of bunt right here to the left of well, actually to the left field line right of the pitcher, I think both of them are going to walk their next base.
Yeah, even though it would be a force play, if it's any kind of decent bunt, they got no play at home.
I mean, now he shifted over way to shortstop, but
0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. It was a delayed call by Jerry Davis. But it looked like a decent pitch. Fastball right there. Reddick strikes out, and the A's leave them loaded.
us on Comcast Sportsnet. Watch MLB.tv. Subscribe today to see every A's out-of-market game live online in HD quality. Features include choice of home and away broadcasts, multi-game viewing, and the ability to pause and rewind live games. Visit OaklandAthletics.com to order MLB.tv baseball. Baseball everywhere.
So Josh Reddick not happy with the called third strike with the bases loaded. Well, Blevins back to work, and he faces Encarnacion. First pitch in for a strike. Cooper will be next, the left-handed hitter, and then Rajai Davis. See, Sogard stays in the game at short. That one's hit into left field, and that's a base hit for Encarnacion.
We had in shaded to the line, trying to avoid the ball down the line, keep him off second base. And that ball would have been right at him if he was playing straight up, but playing it safe, you keep that guy hugged to the line, and you keep that from becoming a double, give him the single. And you got the leadoff hitter aboard.
Coco is now in center, and Reddick moves to right. So Sogard at short, Crisp in center, and Reddick in right. So Cooper steps in. He had the one-out solo home run off Cook in the ninth inning to tie it up. So the Blue Jays did not show bunt there. Who knows the last time David Cooper tried to sacrifice bunt. He's more of a power, but he does here. And looking at that effort, maybe that's why he didn't bunt on the first one. He did not look real sure of himself.
A little locked up on that breaking ball.
So it's 0-2. Encarnacion stole the bag in extra innings last night, and he did it against Travis Blackley, who has one of the best moves in baseball. So Encarnacion will do it.
Took everybody by surprise. First pitch, tiny lead. He just bolted first move.
There's a line drive. Inge has it, guns it to first, and getting back is Encarnacion. So Cooper lines out.
Good swing here. Stays inside it. Just happens to be right at old Inge. Had him play perfect.
Rajai Davis.
So here's Rajai Davis. Davis is 1 for 4. He had a single back in the fourth inning. He also stole the base. Swing and a miss. A pitch that was well out of the strike zone.
Good change right there. Davis will chase. Definitely away. And that ball had nice fade to it. Got a good feel for that changeup, and he's probably going to see another one sometime in this at bat.
I wouldn't be surprised if Encarnacion tries to steal again. I mean, the way they're struggling to get anything going offensively.
He's pretty fast.
Yeah, and he's got a decent lead.
Yep.
Slide step that time by Blevins.
I don't care who you are. If you go on that pitch, Blevins is so fast at the plate right there. You're not going to have much of a chance with any kind of throw to second.
And there he goes. And he's going to have a steal as it bounces out in front of Qatar's. Pitch was called the ball, so Encarnacion gets the steal.
They picked the right one.
Yep.
Higher leg kick. Tough pitch to handle. Not much you can do with that ball. It's kind of a lucky one if you're able to scoop it. But he picked the right leg kick to go on. Blevins was doing a good job of mixing his looks, but Eddie picked the right one.
Fastball inside to Rajay Davis, and now it's 3-1.
And another opportunity for the Blue Jays.
3 for 20 in this series with runners in scoring position. In the 10th inning, the Blue Jays had 2 on and 1 out. Blevins got out of that jam. Encarnacion dancing around at second base and bothering Blevins enough that Jerry steps off.
Weeks is playing pretty close, so if they put a play on, they could get him. His lead's not that huge. There's the changeup.
Davis takes low, and for the 2nd inning in a row, 2 on, 1 out.
Nothing hurt there. They had a base open. They weren't going to give in anything to really hit that 3-1 count. You got Mathis, double play in order. Try to get him to roll over something.
Second at bat for Mathis. He came in the game in the 9th inning. Hit a fly ball to center field, and that ended the 9th. Here's the veteran Oliver getting loose. Mathis loops one down the right field line. Going to reach for it. Right into the Blue Jays bullpen. Landed right there.
A lot of food and cups down there.
Yeah, well,
that's the result of a lot of innings.
Extra innings. Mathis bounces one, and it is just foul. Inge, one after it.
Dodged another bullet right there. They've had a few that have just missed the line. Please catch a break. Out in front. Sometimes it hooks it a little bit. Does on this one.
Good call.
Inches foul.
0-2 pitch runs outside. 27 pitches for Blevins. So the inning started with Encarnacion's base hit. Cooper lined out. Encarnacion stole the bag. Davis walked. Mathis takes outside. Changeup. 2-2 the count.
Wouldn't be surprised if he doubled up right here.
Another changeup?
Yep, wouldn't be surprised. No biting, no.
No. So 3-2. Will we see the runners go? Will the Blue Jays be aggressive? Moises Sierra, the rookie outfielder, is in the on-deck circle, the right-handed hitter.
They've been aggressive all series.
Blevins throws, and he almost threw it into center field. That would have been a disaster.
Well, Encarnacion's driving him crazy right now. Pitchers just want you to go back to the base. 3 feet away, he's all right there. That's enough.
Runners go, swing and a miss, throw to third, and it goes down the left field line, and the Blue Jays are going to take the lead. So starting the runners helps the Blue Jays, and it's 2-1. Mathis strikes out, and a good throw, and he's out at third.
Well, he starts him. We get the pitch. Not that bad a throw. I think Inge was trying to hustle the tag. He knew it was going to be a close play. The ball might have cut a little bit and sailed. It's not a perfect throw, but maybe one Inge I think he'd like to have back.
That one down the left field line, and that one is off the wall, and Rajay Davis is going to score. Digging for second is Sierra, and he's in there, and it's 3-1. So Sierra not waiting around. Wasn't a bad pitch down.
Not a bad pitch. Mislocation, but still a pretty good spot. Just dropped the head on it.
So here's goes, 2 runs in. But getting back to that play, you know, Scott, I think you're right on it. It looked like Inge just tried to get the tag down as quick as possible.
Well, it's a play that you can sneak out of the inning. You got the momentum, the ovation. You get the strikeout, and we got time to throw it. And Contreras doesn't make a great throw. Inge gets to the bag and reaches up, and he knows that he feels the runner there.
Sure, you get it, the inning's over.
So he breaks to the bag. He gets there. He knows that a good throw is going to get him. And it's one that he probably shouldn't even have tried to tag. He should probably just caught the ball, but you know, you want to make that play.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that had a little cut on it. Sometimes as a catcher, you get the ball and you're throwing it. You don't always get 4 seams. Sometimes you get across the seams and the ball will sail or cut. And it can be late. And that might have been the case right there.
And Sierra follows it up with the RBI double. 1-2 the count to goes. And he bounces one. Weeks on the dive. He's got it. Nowhere to throw. Coming home is Sierra. The throw is there. And did they get him? Yes, they did. The Moises Sierra is thrown out at home plate for the second time in the game, but he's getting up slowly. But a nice play by Weeks. Couple of runs for the Blue Jays. And we'll get keep an eye on Sierra as he leaves.
You say over. Nothing is all right.
A third run, but Sierra thrown out. Very nice play by Jamal Weeks.
Well, the first baseman range is over. Can't get there. Weeks makes a great job of just keeping it in the infield. Comes up, fires home Sierra, thinking it's probably in the infield. Makes the play. Tough play by Contreras. Had to turn and come back to the ball. Tough in between hop. I like how he takes the short way, turning around. Makes a good diving tag, and Sierra jams I don't know if he jammed his shoulder when he landed, and could have hit the umpire too right there.
Yeah, he stayed in the game, Sierra. He is out in right field. But that was a nice play by Cotaras. So Darren Oliver comes in, the veteran left-hander. So he's trying to get a save. He's got one save this year. Terrific ERA at 1.37. He'll face Moss, Gomes, and Inge here in the bottom of the 11th inning. Good breaking ball there. Just missed. Oliver, another breaking ball. Tough pitch to lay off.
Tough pitch to lay off and tough pitch to square up as a left-hander. Been part of what he does and part of the reason he's been around for so long. That pitch is tough to hit.
Again, he lays off. Moss came in the game in the 10th inning after Carter was pinch run for by Cespedes. 3-2 pitch, and that one's drilled towards center. Goes going back into right center, and he makes the running catch.
Well, he squared it. Just didn't get the carry, and Ghost tracked it down. Pretty good at bat for Moss, though.
So one out, and here's Gomes.
Left fielder, number 31.
So another not a crazy game, even though there's only been 4 runs scored. But the A's, as we know, are never out of it. Just get a runner aboard and get that tying run to the plate. Gomes is 0 for 4. Strike 2. Oliver took a little off, caught the outside corner with a good pitch.
2 tough pitches, staying away from Gomes, using that blown away quadrant. Finds himself in a hole.
Fouls that one back. Blue Jays with 10 hits in the game, the A's with 4. Jays have stranded 8. The A's have stranded 8. His only run in the game was a RBI double by Norris way back in the 2nd inning. It would be a good thing if Norris gets an at-bat here in the 11th inning.
Gets another crack at it, means some guys are on.
Breaking ball, swing and a miss, and that's out number 2.
Good sweet sequences there by Oliver. Really nitpicked him away, ran one in on his hands, and then brings that big breaking ball out.
Now batting, third baseman, number 7.
So here's Inge. Sorry, Scott.
Yep, just out in front of that one.
Inge is 0 for 4. And he bounces it, just foul. The A's have 1 hit in the last 5 2/3 innings. (0-1) to Inge. That one off the outside part of the plate. A's post-game live coming up after the ball game. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 12:30 for the 4th and final game of this series. Fly ball left field. This should do it. Rajai Davis is there. And another extra inning game here at the Coliseum, but this one goes to the Toronto Blue Jays. They get a big home run in the 9th inning again today. David Cooper tied it, and then 2 runs in the top of the 11th. And that is going to do it for the Athletics this afternoon. So the Blue Jays get their first win in this series in 11 innings this afternoon. It's the Blue Jays